Tonight's story is Saffy's Big Adventure. On a pretty farm on the edge of town lived Saffy the duck, all covered in down. Saffy lived with her family down by the pond, where they swam and they played, never going beyond. Saffy was happy, it has to be said. There was plenty to eat in a snug little bed. From sun up till sundown they laughed and they quacked and they splashed and they snoozed, and on snails they snacked. Don't like snails. It was a day such as this that the big truck arrived. Honk went the horn, in the pond they all dived, except that is for Saffy the brave, who stood straight up and tall and gave it a wave. Where did it come from? Where will it go? Saffy grinned to herself, thinking, there's one way I'll know. She started to waddle and she squeezed under the gate and waddled her fastest, though not very straight. With a wibble and a wobble she jumped in the back, and no one could see her, she hid in the back. Saffy waved to her family, who waved sadly back, and she bumped down the road with a quackety-quack. Can you see her in the truck? Never far from the farm had Saffy ever wandered. Where could I be going? The little duck pondered. Then after a while the truck came to a stop. We must be there, thought Saffy, so out I shall hop. She peeked outside and looked around. No trees, no grass, no pond could be found. Just people and cars and buildings tall. Our Saffy was feeling very, very small. Look at her. And then she saw a wondrous sight, big and shiny, warm and bright, a cake shop bursting full of treats, things our Saffy could only dream that she could eat. Pastries and cookies, tea cake too, fairy cakes frosted pink and blue, gingerbread men and sticky buns, and melting moments by the tons. Chocolate mousse and lemon meringue, butter cakes with a lemony tang, and best of all, raspberry tarts were perfect, pretty little hearts. Hello, little duck, said a gentle voice. Come inside and you can have your choice. For 3 whole days, Saffy lived at the shop, eating cookies and cakes with cream on top, fudge for breakfast, jam rolls for lunch, and after dinner there was a shortbread to munch. For Saffy, this had been like a dream come true, but she knew deep inside what she had to do. So she climbed back into the truck outside and set off once more on that bumpety ride, back to the trees and the grass and the pond, and back to her bed near the ferny frond. Saffron Duck, you're back at last. We've missed you so much these 3 days past, said Mamma Duck as she squeezed her tight, and stories were told all through the night of cars and buses and buildings tall, and by far the very best of all were the biscuits and tarts and mud cakes hearty that Saffy had bought for the all-night party. Oh, she bought them a present. The end. Brian liked that story too. Night-night.